Hello, everybody. Welcome to the David Meade Show, broadcasting live here and on YouTube. And today, first before I get into anything, what I want to do is want to get into the weather first before I get into any of the issues that Fall River is facing at this moment. So today I'm going to give you the weather first. The weather today for Fall River is 45, partly cloudy, highs 54, lows 32, partly cloudy. Conditions will continue for the rest of the day. Wind gusts are up to 17 miles an hour, 45, 45, 43, 42, 40, and all the way up to 6:53 sunrise. So at 6 a.m., 35, 34, 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 p.m., 35, 2 a.m., 36, 1 a.m., 37, 12 a.m., 39, 11 p.m. in the 40s, 10 p.m., 45, 9 p.m., 45, 45, 45, and 45 now. Today is 32:54. Friday's cloudy, 34:53. Saturday, cloudy, 38, with a little bit of sun. 53, sunny, cloudy, with the sun, 29:40. Mondays, 26:47. Tuesdays, sunny, 29:54. And Wednesday, 32:53. Thursday, 32:47. Friday, 29:44. 80% chance of rain. That's a big if. Even Saturday, 36:49. That's your 5-day forecast from the David Meade Show. I'm going to go get on with the excitement that I want to discuss today. And I always wanted to bring this up first because I think it's very important for to bring certain things up first. So I'm going to bring it up first. Well, I just want to give you a little heads up. That was my clock. I'm sorry. And also, I apologize for, because usually I do my show at 7 o'clock. So it's now at 8 o'clock. But I'm going to keep it a little bit longer. And so I can, give you guys the actual time to watch my show and subscribe to the David Meade Show. And subscribe to the David Meade Show and listen to all my listen to all my videos, my replays on my show, even for media news. That is also my page too as well. So, anyways, what I want to say is that SRTA, it's a they're trying their best to hire drivers, to get people driving, to get people driving. So, again, I'll advocate for SRTA, and encourage them more to also to get drivers, keep hiring drivers, so that way we can increase our service with the with CERTA. So that way so we can increase our services, all throughout from Fall River to New Bedford, and so that way people can make you know. But anyways, so that's so that I mean that's the thing. That's the thing from Serta. And just want to also, I have something here that I really want to actually talk about. A former Family Feud contestant has been charged with the murder is in an estranged of his wife 3 years after joking about their marriage and on the show. The man's charged with killing his wife, joking about marriage of a Family Feud. I mean, I mean, there is things that there is more to this story. I really like to get into it. You know what I'm saying? So, former Family Feud contest Timothy Tim W. Blank Nick has been charged with the murder of his estranged wife 3 years after joking with their marriage on the popular game show. On Monday, Illinois' Quincy Police Department announced in the press release that 39-year-old is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder and home invasion and a connection with the numbers of Rebecca Belnick, 41, who was found shot to death in her home on February 23rd. See, this is what happens. Okay, all the time. Okay, it does. This is what happens all the time, violence. Okay, people like to joke about things, and sometimes, you can't. I mean, you can't keep joking about things. You know what I'm saying? And violence. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we've been actually hearing. Across this whole country is violence. You know what I'm saying? And we have to, we have to stop the violence, and we got to, stop hating people. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop loving people. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking to people. Get back talking to people. Tell and it's. I mean, it's a shame. I don't really like to talk about much about politics on my show, and this is not what my show is all about. You know what I'm saying? My show is all about peace. You know what I'm saying? And talk about the issues. You know what I'm saying? The crimes that really go on here in Massachusetts and all around. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but I mean, but we talk about it, and oh, and I have to. There is a. I met a guy yesterday, and let me see. I met a guy yesterday. He owns a business, and let me see. Let's see here. Let's see if I can actually find it. Um, yeah, he owns a business in Dartmouth, and the guy seemed like he was a pretty nice guy. You know what I'm saying? It was a family-owned business. He actually took it over, um, and still trying to find uh, you know still trying to find the name, because I know he sent me a message, and just kind of like really trying to find it, and but but I'll find it sooner or later. But I just want to get to this Bishop Connolly High School, and so I just want to get to this the Bishop Connolly High School that's closing pretty soon, and Fund107.com has reported, but I mean, I've already reported it to myself. So, Fall River Diagnostics in the closing of Bishop Colony High School. So, I mean, my question is, so Fall River Bishop Colony High School will be Bishop Colony High School will be ending its 56-year run when it closes at the end of the economics year, due to what Bishop Edgar D. Jung calls a very challenging times in the city of Fall River. Diagnos announced Wednesday in a news release. Diagnos cities in declining enrollment and financial fallout from the pandemic and the current economic climate, and a reason why we significantly regret having to close Bishop Conley. Our ultimate goal is to straighten Catholic and education in the diocese for the future Fall River Diocese. So, Superintendent of Schools Daniel S. Roy said in the statement, "We are committed to helping families transition to other dioceses and Catholic high schools, and to make the process similar as possible." Well, yeah, I mean, you got Bishop Stang in Dartmouth. Okay, Bishop Stang in Dartmouth is doing a lot of enrollments up there. So, I mean, and hoping that somebody some of these children can get the get enrolled up there in Bishop Stang in Dartmouth, because Bishop Stang in Dartmouth is a awesome school. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that is also a awesome school up there too. So that's what we want to do is we want to try to get these students up to Bishop Stang. I mean, but then again, we're calling on the CERTA, to reinstate the 9X, and the 9X, for New Bedford, because what's going to happen is that we're gonna run into some really bad issues. I see it coming. We're gonna run into some very bad issues with with these routes, because now we got Bishop Conley closing. They're closing their doors, and they do need these kids to be transferred over to Bishop Stang in Dartmouth. So but the thing is, we have to try to get CERTA to reinstate the number 9X to New Bedford. You know what I'm saying, to reinstate that, because it's going to be a problem. And let me tell you this, okay? Some parents work. You know what I'm saying, during the day. Some parents work in the morning. Some parents work at night. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, how the parents are going to get these kids to school? You know what I'm saying? And we have to we got to reinstate that 9X to New Bedford. You know what I'm saying? We have to. Even if you have to hire a driver part time. You know what I'm saying? To drive these kids over to Bishop Stang in New Bedford, in Dartmouth. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to reinstate this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if we have to just hire a bus driver for part time. I mean, there is options. Okay, we can go by. There is options, and I know CERTA gets funding from the federal government. So I mean, there is options. You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell me that there's no options. Oh, we don't have no funding. Well, just like the last time, when I called, okay, when I called okay, the bus company, okay, when I called the bus company, and when I was on the bus, okay, I called Serta and I said, look, there is, uh, you know, people. There is this bus is packed, okay, and there's an elderly woman standing up on the bus, okay. I did call. You know what I'm saying? And and I also did ask about the 9X, and but my response that I got, I mean, the secretary, she was nice, okay, but the response that I got, oh, we don't got no funding. Well, well, yeah, you do. I mean, you do have funding. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that you don't have any funding, which is you do. So, what are you going to do when Bishop Colony closes at the end of the year? Okay, and these kids need to be transported to Bishop Stang in Dartmouth. Okay, so what's going to happen there? Well, we again, I mean, my proposal for all this, we need to either reinstate the 9X, okay? Either we reinstate the 9X or we just hire a bus driver part time where he can just drive the bus part time and bring these kids to school. I mean, that's my only thing. I mean, so I because that school's going to be closing, and when that school closes, then again, um, everything's going to be a mess. Like normal. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going to be a mess. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want it a mess. We just want it to be like, okay, well, okay, so well, this is what we need to do, and that's it. Reinstate the 9X to New Bedford. Because we're gonna have issues. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and and look at all this stuff here that's just written on Facebook over it. So I mean, it's. I mean, we have to reinstate that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no ifs and buts about it. You know what I'm saying? It's either reinstate the 9X or just hire somebody part time. You know what I'm saying? For the 9X. So that way we can get these kids to school because some of these parents work at night, some of these parents work late in the morning, and and it's you know, but I mean, Bishop Conley's been around for a many years, many years. So, but we have to, do something about that. I mean, that's my opinion. So that way these kids can get to school. So Nevada is considering limited residential waters usage of single family homes due to climate. Uh, this is ridiculous. Um, I'm not even going to get into that one. I mean, it's. Uh, but the thing is, the Dartmouth Police Department wants you to, not give money to these scammers that are using, these kids for, to collect money off of. So if you see anybody out there in Dartmouth or anywhere around, I mean, there is pictures up on Facebook and everything. So just don't. If you see somebody coming in, knocking at your window of your car, do not give any money to the. Do not give any money to them because it's a scam. So I mean, and unless you want to be scammed, you know what I'm saying. So please do not give money to them. It is. It's a big huge. It's a big huge scam, and so I mean it is a big huge scam, and we don't you know you know people give people money like that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, So I'm going to, let me see here. I'm going to get back to this. Okay, there it is. So, I mean, police are warning individuals to attempting to solicit and donate donations for motorists. So, I mean, look at this. So, I mean, you don't want to give people money. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't. That's the scam. It's all over Facebook. It's all over Facebook, and you just don't want to, be doing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's wrong. You know what I mean? To go. Um, newsbreak.com forward mayor focuses on public safety, homeless on a newsbreak. Let's see what this is about. So I like to see what this is about. Let me see what else he had mentioned throughout that time of that city address. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what he had to offer with that. Fall River, Mass. Fall River Mayor Paul Coogan delivers his annual State of the City address Tuesday night, highlighting both success challenges in the city. When it comes to public safety, okay, well, he mentioned public safety. So he mentioned public safety, and the mayor said the city will use American Rescue Plan Act of the ARPA funding to continue investing in police, fire, and EMS. The city police department has also been struggling with recruitment, just like other departments across the country. Well, I mean, we all and our officers have done a tremendous job these last few years, but under exemplary difficult conditions. And Coogan said, however, your goals is to fill the department vacates so officers have the support and manpower they need. But the city has agreements to provide loans to new recruits and headed to the academy to pay their upfront expense. These who serve at least 5 years in the department will be giving a loan forgiveness. ARPA funds have also been used by body cameras for officers and software needed to run them. And the body cameras program is our officers to expect to be rolling out by the summer, and we hope will increase trust and transparency between the police and the public, Coogan said. Coogan has also said that he has also purchased new police cars as well, medical rescue vehicles and ladder trucks and fire department over the last few years. Our public safety agency has become key players of efforts and address issues and mental health, substance abuse, and homeless. And yeah, he did mention homeless. And the mayor said, likely the community across the country, Fall River has seen increases in homeless. Coogan said, "Wow, wow!" And all of a sudden, after about 2 years before he got elected, he finally mentioned the homeless people. He finally mentioned the homeless. Oh boy, he finally mentioned the homeless. So let's see what else he had mentioned here. Like in a community across the country, Fall River has seen an increase in homeless. Coogan said they will be opening cities and first homeless drops-in centers. Individuals can access these supports and need, whether an assistant of housing, employment, and mental health care, Coogan explained. Throughout federal funding and 6-person fast team and contact the police. So, I mean, and crisis to help 24 hours days. Wow. This is so amazing. Okay, this is so amazing that Coogan, oh, jeez. This is so amazing. He finally mentioned the homeless, but there's only one thing he forgot to mention. He forgot to mention the two individuals that are still at large, the ones that kicked that guy down, that disabled guy down at the ground. That's one thing he forgot to do. Okay, so I mean, it's one thing. That's one thing he forgot to do in his city address. He forgot to mention that. So again, I'm going to take an effort, and I'm going to mention it. So that is a priority too, with that handicap. Across with that handicap guy that was in a wheelchair got kicked to the ground, and these people are still at large. I mean, I don't need. So we need to make this priority. You know what I'm saying, we need to find this individual, and this individual needs to be held accountable for what he's done wrong. I mean, he doesn't. He's not above the law. Then these people are not above the law. Okay, they're not at all. You know what I'm saying? So we have to hold these people accountable. So Mayor Paul Coogan has to work with the investigators, with the Fall River Police Department, and to address this situation and bring these people to justice, because this is not right. This is something that this shouldn't even be happening in our city. Okay, it shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? People shouldn't be using violence against other people in this city. Okay, so we are the people. We will stand, and we will help out if we see anybody being violent to another person. They will be subject to arrest, and they will be brought to justice immediately, because nobody should be hitting anybody. Nobody should be violent to anybody at all. I'm saying so. So Forward has also received a large pot of money from the National Opera settlement, and we are working with a consultant to inventory our current services and making long-term plan on how to use these funds. Coogan continues. He also he is working expand affordable housing. Oh, come on. Now he wants affordable housing. Why? You know why he wants affordable housing? Because of Sam Sutter is running for mayor, so now he brings up this affordable housing. Okay? Affordable housing. So now he brings up this affordable housing. Coogan is currently finishing a second term in the office and plans to run for re-election in the fall. Well, next the media is all right. Reserves. Okay, well, I mean, I'm just reading this out. So I will not play any videos. So because I don't want to subject in copyrights and stuff like that. So if I had my own camera, it would be a different story. But I mean, I'm not gonna be doing this copyright thing. So, but I mean, the thing is, the city address. Okay. When you're doing a city address, okay, any mayor or anybody will tell you that you have to do the full thing. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, okay, full thing. Read out what's going on in the city and what people are doing in the city. Don't read half, read full. So I mean, and this is what goes on sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Mayor Paul Coogan. I mean, hey, he mentioned public safety and homeless. But the thing is, did he mention the guy that got hit? No, but no. But the plan was, I mean, taking these mills, right? Taking these mills and utilizing them, okay, and make homeless shelters out of them. Put beds in them so people can sleep, and so people can use those as addresses and sleep. You know what I'm saying, and then you put counselors, mental health people in there to speak to them, and put computers in there, help them fill out applications, help them take care of plants, crochet, and all this other stuff, and and so So that would be good for their resume, help them fill out applications for jobs and everything, job interviews and all. I mean, instead of taking the mills and making them, out of mansions and using them and have them for high rents here in the city by outside developers, that's not right either. You know what I'm saying, to do. So, I mean, that's not right to do. I mean, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So, and woman convicted of stolen ventilator gets 7 months in prison. Oh, good for her. You know what I'm saying? Man who attacked the three seniors outside of the police station sent to prison. Well, I read that. Government pays cell phone bills in Fall River. Massachusetts State Police added three murder suspects and most wanted list. So, well, let's read this outstanding situation here. Uh, Boston WPRI Massachusetts State Police added three murder suspects to the most wanted list on Monday. Louis Santo, Jerm Forham, and David Lynch are wanted in connection of three separated murders investigation. Soto is 33, is accused of walking into Brockton Dollar Tree earlier this year and shooting two men, and one of the which later succumbed to his injuries. Police said Sato is a former Dollar Tree employee, hasn't been seen since. Listed Massachusetts State Police are most wanted lists. So these are the most wanted lists. If you look them up, it's on the Massachusetts Most Wanted Fugitive. So if you see these guys around, please don't just call the police, man. Just call the police. Don't even try to apprehend these people yourself, because these guys are dangerous and dangerous individuals. No, here's your most wanted list right here by the Mass State Police. Right here, there it is. That's your most wanted list right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know how these guys just make these most wanted lists. You know what I'm saying? These guys are something else. People go out and do ridiculous things, and but that is that's the case right there. Mayor Paul Coogan is, he's public safety and talks about the homeless. But the thing is, the way it should be done is that use the mills, okay, empty mills. If you use the empty mills, it's a lot cheaper that way. It's a lot better. Because the reason why I say that is because it would save the city a lot of money. Okay, it would save the city. It would save the city a lot of money. That way, the city doesn't have to spend that much money. All you got to do is just take two mills, renovate them, make them out of homeless shelters, and there you go. These people can use these as addresses. They'll have recreation. They'll have a place to sleep, a place to eat. You know what I'm saying? They would have all this, and I've been saying this for a while. Okay, they can have mental health in there. They can be they can be taught how to work on a computer, how to use a computer, fill out applications for jobs. They can also be taught how to do recreation, education, and and help out and teach them how to help take care of the elderly. You know what I'm saying? That is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? And how to also make a garden, and that all this stuff that I mentioned today. It is good. I mean, it's good for your resume. You know what I'm saying? It is good for the resume. And, it is. I mean, it's good for the resume. So, that's my opinion. But then again, the government, they just do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? But they always try to ask for our opinion, and when we give them our opinion, they do things the opposite, and that's how it works. Wheelchair bound input left inside the cold of the hospital security guard. Wow. And don't tell me this. If we wouldn't have found him, he would be dead, no doubt. But I mean, this guy, a wheelchair bound in put left outside in the cold, hospital security guard. Oh my God. These people, man, it's something else. Uh, I mean, it's so annoying sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When you hear these, when you hear these things. You know what I'm saying? So, I just love that. Let me see here. Trying to look for something else here uh, to actually read. Let's see what else is going on here in the world. Oh, I actually saw this 3.29 carat diamond discovered in Arkansas Park, largest since 2021. The huge diamond. This is a huge one. I mean, this is a 3.29 carat diamond discovered in Arkansas Park, the largest since 2021. Wow, this is awesome. Wow, it's ABC 13 Key West, man. Arkansas, man. This is like, holy moly. This is like awesome. So, I mean, it is. It's really awesome. Let me see here. I'm gonna pull up some stuff here. Suspect in drug dealing charges after hundreds of fentanyl pills was found in his car. Wow, that's great. A Fall River based on marijuana and facility wants to do business in Swansea. Voters will decide. um, two new mobile games that makes it serious cash in 2023. A battery draining, sending iPhone experts to say you should turn off immediately. 51-year-old Massachusetts man sentenced to arson and a criminal harassment and two fires. Wow, Jesus. Oh, this is crazy. In 2022, top best high school in the South Coast. People on Medicare are getting a big surprise in March. Nicole Beckham on selling. Uh, wow. Man faces charges after hundreds of grams of fentanyl cocaine recovered in the Bristol County saying that Mass State Police. Supervisor of the courts opened the pill up on this year. Wow. Florida man pleaded guilty to teenage son death. Yeah, this is about this autistic kid, man, I mean, hey, that was, yeah, he was already sentenced for that, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I like to actually talk about it because, you know, something seems off, on this, okay? Fall River man accused of accusing the death of his 14-year-old autistic son more than 2 years ago will spend the rest of, well, he's going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. John Alma, 35, pleaded guilty on Friday. Yeah, he did. He pleaded. I wanted to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? So he did plead guilty on Friday, and yes, and he was sentenced. For Superior Court charging stemming from the October 2020 death of David Armin. This was a autistic kid. Okay, very smart, gentle. Okay, always goes to school, and you know something, and this this really gets me because because I have a son. Okay, I have two sons. One on the autism spectrum and one completely nonverbal. And and with a guy to do something like this to his son, okay, I mean he ought to spend the rest of his life in jail. Okay, I mean the house was had cocaine in it. The house, I mean the kid was on wasn't eating. He was being neglected and everything. So this guy should spend the rest of his life in prison, for what he's had done. Okay, I mean, come on. I mean, you don't let a child go without eating. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're a parent, if you're a parent taking care of a disabled, I won't call them disabled, but I would call I the you don't let these people you don't let I don't care if if your kid's disabled or if he's what I'm saying, you don't let your kids starve, man. Okay, because that's called neglect. Okay, I mean you have to feed your child. You know what I'm saying? Feed your child. Be a parent. You know what I'm saying? Feed your kid. You know what I'm saying? If your kid's hungry, feed them. Okay, I mean that's what parents do, right? Parents feed their kids, right? Parents don't neglect their kids. You know what I'm saying? You know, feed your kids, man. Take care of your kids. I mean, and this is what and if you can't take care of your kid, okay? If you can't take care of a kid, we have the fire department, we have hospitals, we have Department of Social Services, we have people that you can turn to, okay? We have people that you can turn to. Don't starve your kids, okay? Don't neglect them, okay? Because it's wrong, okay? It's totally wrong, okay? You know, kids are, these kids are very smart, okay? Okay? Autistic kids, they're very smart, okay? I mean, let's look at it this way. They know more than we do, okay? And and they do. You know what I'm saying? They're very smart, okay? And for a guy, to for this guy here back in 2020, okay? You know, uh, you know, um, had it's I mean it's hard to explain. You know what I'm saying? That this kid this guy neglect his son. You know what I'm saying? His autistic son. Okay. John Armin, 35, pleaded guilty for Friday in the Fall River Superior Court and charged with stemming from the October 2020 death of David Armin. David Armin is his son. The father is John Armin. He's uh, he's behind bars for the rest of his life, and so is his accomplice too. When it's her time that she needs to appear in court too. So I will keep an eye on her trial too as well. So let's see what comes out of that. I hope she spends the rest of her life in jail too as well. People like this are heartless. Okay, especially a guy like this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love to. It's on WPRI 12 News. I would love to play this video. But this guy's evil. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, an officer is to respond to the family Green Street apartments and found this implicated teenager unsupervised and covered in his own vomit, according to authorities. The officer said 6 people, included David and his twin brother Michael, lived in the one-bedroom apartment, which was an apparent condition. And the court's prosecutor compared the koala to the like of, oh my, I mean, the apartment was like in shambles, man. I mean, there was. I mean, it was dirty. It was unsanitary. Let's put it that way. You know, reading this. I mean, and I'm glad the district attorney Thomas Quinn. I'm glad he's the one that prosecuted this case, and I'm glad he got the outcome of life in prison without the possibility of parole. You don't do that to a child. You don't. And you know what? And it goes out for the rest of the people out there too that has children. Okay, you know, you're being watched. Let's put it that way. I mean, you're just being watched. Okay, and you're being watched, and that's it. Man charged with assault with a intent to kill after Fairhaven. This is the thing I really wanted to talk about because this really this here this really interesting. Interesting. Me. The Fairhaven, Mass. WPRI picked this up. News of New Bedford man arrested after allegedly assault in Walmart in Fairhaven. And you know what the best part of all this? Okay, I go to Walmart in Fairhaven too. You know what I'm saying? And but this happened at night too. So I mean, police responded to a report of a fight just after 11 p.m. Tuesday. Okay, Brayton Gonsalves of 22 is accused of taking out a gun during the fight and striking the victim with it. So I mean, he took the gun out and striking the victim with it. I mean, these kids are young. I mean, why are they doing all these things? I'm saying these kids are young. Oh my God. Elbow red woman hit by a car in Fairhaven died. Police was found three rounds of ammunition and a magazine with the additional round of ammo of the scene, and unclear of any rounds were fired during the incident. Gonzalez is charged with assault with intent to kill, assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, possession of ammunition without a license, carrying a firearm without a license. The victim was treated and released from area hospital. So the victim was treated. There was no life threatening there. So the victim was treated and released. I mean, you don't do this, and again, we don't know how these people are getting guns. Okay, and again, we just don't know how these people are getting them. I mean, I'm talking about the black market. Okay, I've talked about that. Okay, because there is a there is such thing of a black market. Okay, a black web. Let's put it that way. There is a such thing, and you can. I mean. And that's one thing that, nobody should be going on. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but again, again, I go back to, and whenever anybody hears a shooting, okay, all I hear is the Second Amendment. That's all I hear. Every time there's a shooting, the Second Amendment always comes up. So, I don't have any idea why they're blaming the Second Amendment, but they blame the Second Amendment every time a shooting happens, either in Fall River, New Bedford, Fairhaven, Boston, or anywhere else. But I try to explain that you have to look at the FBI. You have to look at the the FBI and the DEA. Okay, sometimes sometimes there is moles inside these departments. Okay, because I mean, if you're going for if if a DEA is going to go for a drug bust, okay, and you know something, and and compensate the drugs, guns, and everything else, right? I mean, of course. I mean, sometimes you have a mole in your department, okay, where that you think that this agent's on your side, which is he's not. He's working for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and that's how the guns and drugs get back on the street again. Basically, I mean, that's how, you know what I'm saying? So a woman stopped for a fourth of DUI in just over a year. So wow, over a year, this woman it takes another drink, a DUI, fourth time. Let's see if her license was revoked. Okay, she looks like a yeah. I and is supposed to be held and people accountable after being convicted of alcohol related crimes. I mean, if you're driving down the street, okay, if you're driving down the street and you lose your license once, you lose your license again, then again, why ain't these people being held accountable for this? Okay, I mean, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? DUIs. I mean, people have sometimes open can of beers when they're driving down the street. People talk on their phone while they're driving down the street. Why? Okay, so why all this stuff is not being enforced? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't know why this stuff is not being enforced. So these things got to be enforced. Okay, I mean, it has to be on. There's something on the books that we need to enforce this situation. So convicted alcohol-related crimes. Man kills his daughter, supposed to be stalking with a more alter sheriff says. And her fourth DUI was arrested since February of last year, and her sixth is 2014 on Monday. The judge sets bond for 7,500 cash. Calls her daughter to the community. Really? I mean, come on, man. Look at since the 2014, this is your fourth. This is her fourth DUI. Okay, so why not they clamping down on this stuff? We don't know. Okay, and and I mean, I don't know why they just don't clamp down on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. People on Medicare will be getting a surprise in March. A raise of 250 pounds, pet massive for 2 years, then realizes it wasn't a dog, but endangered bear. Oh boy, awesome. Well, Walmart store's pharmacy is closing on March 17th. I think that's not even passed yet. Son of a family of housekeeper who died in a report by trip and falls and says, oh, how entirely empty is a bowl every morning as top surgeon. Woman opens up son's room and night and finds sister and boyfriend standing by his bed I was looking for. Wow. 16-year-old boy was wearing a red dress and a prom cheer on by. Oh, good for him. Cool. I don't judge anybody. Alaska man arrested for killing Colorado woman again after judge previously dismissed. Okay, all right. This is this. You know what? This is like kind of like really ridiculous. Okay, Alaskan man arrested by killing Colorado woman again after judge previously dismissed the murder charge for a lack of probable cause. Hey, okay. The guy gets arrested, right? And the guy gets arrested. Okay. He gets his charges dismissed on probable cause. He goes out, he kills again. So, where is the justice? Okay, there ain't no justice in this world anymore. Where is the justice? Okay, so I'm not. Where is the justice? Okay, in this world. Okay, we have to put some. We have to get more stricter judges on the bench. You know what I'm saying? We have to get some conservative judges on the bench. Okay, we have to. Because this is, this is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? People are getting away with, oh, no lack of evidence. This guy goes out and murders somebody again. Are you serious? Uh, John is Anger on the left, so twice accused of killing Angel, while the right in the 2016 Anger Juice Police Department. While, uh, this is, wow, this guy gets away with this. Oh my gosh, wow. Wild Bodies was, I'm not gonna read that. This is the, oh my God, this. The defendant was charged within one count of murder in the second degree and spent some 5 months in jail before the judge tossed the murder charge due to a lack of probable cause, according to the Daily Camera. The chief pathologist for the Boulder County Coroner's Office and testified Angier's probable cause of the hearing that there was no evidence, and while autopsy to support a homicide is finding rather than pathologic, said she had a blocked artery, means that she couldn't have died from a heart attack. Of course not, okay? Of course not. You know what I'm saying? Of course not. They need to produce evidence, and first and Anger, and the person who caused the death is another public defender. Seth Timai said that the hearing they haven't done. Let me see. They haven't done that. The judge. They cannot even place him at the scene of the death. Near can they say how and where she died? Oh, well, something. This is, this has been, a problem. Okay, this has been a problem. Okay, murderers get away with murder. Okay, sometimes. Okay, sometimes they'll wear gloves. Okay, sometimes they'll wear a ski mask so you don't actually see their face. Right. So, just like these individuals, okay, that kicked this guy to the ground, these two individuals that kick, you can't see their face, okay? So, how can you identify somebody, okay, if they're wearing gloves, ski mask, or a mask over their face, their hood up? How can you? You can't, okay? You can't identify them unless you get a witness saying, hey, I saw this, I saw his face. Okay? You cannot identify somebody. Okay? You can't. Okay? You have to, either witness or some kind of evidence that they do leave at the scene. I'm saying so. Something like that. It's crazy how these things play out. 83-year-old an 83-year-old is convicted of the 1960 triple murder of a parole after deciding that the good behavior. This guy's 83 years old, goes out there and murders somebody. Of course. Yeah, well. Alaskan woman pleaded guilty to killing her boyfriend after a man catfish her and offered to, you see this? Alaska woman pleaded guilty to killing her best friend after a man she met online said he would pay her $9 million if she sent him a photo and a video of her uh, committing murder. Daniel, 22, pleaded guilty on Wednesday to first-degree murder in the June 2019 death. See that? See, murder? Okay, when you commit murder, there's no statute of limitations for that. No statutes at all. And I did learn that. So, I mean, there's no statutes for that. They never was, and they never will be. So, I mean, just like two brothers beat California groom to death at his wedding receptions after crashing. Yeah, wonderful. Oh, great. I mean, I got a lot, to talk about here. I don't even know if I can get all through this because it's 8:57 right now, and I just want to try to, get what I want out there, you know. Let's see here. See this. Wolf Flanagan's dispensary, good. Cosmopolitan, you know what I'm saying? Dispensary. Go see Will, man. He's got the goods. Yeah. But again, I apologize, for the lateness on the show. It's just that I had to do things. But I said, I'll spend some time on the podcast and let these people know. Worker dies as a Comet mixer accident in Florida. Job sits officials. Chester County man is standing trial for murder and his business partner. Wow, I wonder. Let me see what happened here. I mean, it should be a full story in this over here. Limerick, TMP, PA, Tampa, Florida, at the preliminary hearing for will be a restaurant owner accused of killing his business partner in Limerick Township. Mother who disappears and sparking into weekend manhunt. Well, they just found him. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks with this manhunt on the. This is pretty much going to be said.
There are seedless grapes inside your phone. There is canned golden yellow corn inside your phone. There is.
Yeah, I don't want to listen to that. What a leg. Christopher Atkins calls the hearing rubber stamp. Oh my gosh. Man pleaded guilty to third-degree attempted to murder in 2019 Turtle case. Oh. A lot of things in this world going on, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to keep up with it. I'm trying to keep up with the news. Political analyst news on Fox Europe. Freedom Loving America. Woman found dead in garage and a real suspect in custody. Body was found. A woman was found. Let me see this. Yeah. New senior apartments in Fall River. Taking a look at the prices. Wow. I wouldn't want to know what that's going to cost. Terrible teen mom has a husband facing multiple charges after posting relevant pictures. Man accused of killing 3 Kentucky officers and police canine died in jail Sheriff says. Wow. A lot of, let me see here, a lot of articles cause cutting. Let me see here. A lot of articles on things. Well, Fall River eats your guys to St. Patrick's Day food fund. Good. Let me take a look again here before I close out. South Coast Rail update shows that the trains are going through Taunton, Fall River, New Bedford. More are closer. Well, people are going to love this. Fall River man sentenced to prison for avoiding arrest and injured officers. Yeah. Bus monitor describes as a moment impact aftermath and Fall River school bus. Yeah, that was Ambrose school. That was Ambrose. Yeah, it was Ambrose because I seen the. Yeah, I seen it on there. It was Ambrose. School bus. You know what I'm saying, and yeah, it was Ambrose school bus. You see that?
Why wait to freshen up your home? At Bernie and Phil's Furniture, with new lowered prices throughout, we can help you get the home of your dreams now. Choose from a variety of 0% finance plans available to fit your budget, with up to 60 to pay and no down payment, nor minimum purchase required. Check out the latest style.
Try to get this out of the way. This is an ad.
I just grabbed the top of the seat, ducked down, braced for impact.
A Fall River bus monitor describing the moments her bus veered off the road and slammed into a home. Several children were on board that bus. One had to be taken to the hospital. Tonight, that woman is describing the chaos that unfolded in the aftermath of that wreck. The 19th Victoria Price has a story you'll only see here.
Well, Jadian, that bus monitor tells me she didn't realize just how severe this crash was until she got off the bus and saw this. The fact that pretty much an entire covered porch had been taken off the front of this home tonight. You can see these temporary frames that are helping to support the structure.
I just grabbed the top of the seat, ducked down, braced for impact, and next thing I know, I was actually on the floor in the aisle.
Bus monitor Andrea Cummings was one of 6 people on board a school bus that lost control and hit the front porch of a Fall River home. Surveillance video shows sparks fly as that bus takes out a utility pole before hitting that porch on Monday. Cummings says they had just picked up a student at the bottom of the street when the bus jumped the curb and crashed. She doesn't know what caused the driver to lose control.
I just was like, is everybody okay? Is everybody okay? And I jumped up and the students were like, we're okay. But one of the students in the back, he was like, help me, help me.
That middle schooler had to go to the hospital to get checked out for some back pain. But other than that, no one else on board or in the house was hurt. Cummings hustled to get the kids off the bus through the emergency exit in the back.
I didn't understand actually the severity of what happened until we got off the bus and we got across the street and I saw that we were in.
Cummings says the crash highlights why it's important for buses to have monitors like her. She returned to work Tuesday morning to find the kids unfazed by what happened. She's just glad this didn't end any worse.
There is a reason, that there are monitors and that we do, we're there for your safety, to make sure that you're sitting correctly in the seat at all times, and, just to get you to school safe.
The bus driver was cited for negligent driving. Cummings says that is the bus driver she's normally paired with. They typically work together, and this is the first time that they've ever had any problems. We're live in Fall River tonight. Victoria Price, 7 News, 19.
Wow. Okay, well, the bus driver was cited. Got a citation for that, and he's lucky he didn't lose his job. So he's lucky he didn't lose his job. Maybe he's got to pay for damages. So, anyways, this is my show for tonight. This is the David Meade Show. I'm your host, Dave Meade, and be on Monday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Again, I apologize for being late. And usually I'm not late. You know what I'm saying? 7 p.m. is a great time to do a show. So take care, everybody. Have a great night.